Yeah, I think. Yeah. I don't see pop up on Jamaica.com. Yeah. Oh yeah, it just did. Good morning, everyone.
All right, so we're gonna go live on a different Facebook channel this morning. Well, I'm gonna go live on my Facebook channel. My
Okay, and then we have the Jamaicans.com.
Jamaicans.com also. Yeah. If you don't mind, I I want to play this little clip here, right?
Mhm.
Let's see if I can start this thing here first. Where's this clip? I found it pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh, it's not showing.
It's not. I'm not.
So you're not sharing
I'm not sharing. Okay, okay. You see how unadvanced I am, right? I'm not up with
No, you're not.
all right, all right, all right, all right. You don't have to tell everybody that now. Okay, so here we go. Is it better now?
Yeah.
I hope you see.
Oh, the bird dancing.
Oh my God, I got it. That kind of woke me up this morning in a nice way.
Yeah.
To see how music is universally accepted. Someone just mentioned to me that music is universally accepted. Even the birds love music. I couldn't believe I saw a bird dancing. Chap and chip.
That is true. Enjoying nature. It's like animals surprise me. Like, the more I see videos of them, I realize how smart they are and how human they are. Like, I'm not sure if you saw the gorilla ones, like taking care of a baby, like those things. So make
Yes.
you like, oh my, how can we hurt them?
Sometimes I just go through. I see the cutest ones on LinkedIn.
Mm.
Some new advances and stuff, and it just you wonder how do we get there sometimes, and why aren't we spending enough time advancing other animals other than we ourselves? Or maybe it's the fear of other animals taking over the earth. Because I watched a movie one time with the apes, Planet of the
Oh,
Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
Have you seen it?
Yes,
Where humans were the backward species, and apes were the forward thinking. Apes are.
yeah. But they're smart because I see a lot of studies where they're trying to see how like monkeys, gorillas, how smart they are, like I tell us that it's those animals, but that's good. But everybody, VM said good morning to
Oh,
you. And Michelle, where's Dr. Diana?
who cares about that this morning? I don't care about that this morning.
We all care. She has
And
another engagement. She might surprise us. We never know.
I
Chantal,
don't care.
good
I
morning.
don't care.
Chantal said good morning. Joni said good morning, Leo. And Michelle, where's Dr. Diana? Hope all is well. Yes, ma'am. All is well with her. She just had another engagement. Okay.
Um, um, well, I hope that she joins in because people like to know that she's here. Just like when Michelle is not here, everybody make noise and go on like say she's the most important thing in the world.
I am. I don't care what
Uh,
you say, Leo. I am. I just embrace it. Embrace it.
How wanna do out there this morning? How wanna do? Lord of mercy, me long for see. Hey, me sorry about Tuesday night. We got a new sign on, and boy, could I get on. It was hard, horrible. I felt so bad for Michelle and Diana. Not for me, because I didn't care one way or the other. I was up until 1 o'clock trying to get on live on Tuesday night. So forgive us. We really couldn't make it. Sorry.
Yeah, we're trying to make it better for you guys. So bear
Yeah.
with us.
Yes.
Faye said good morning, Michelle and Leo. Joni said Leo be nice. Joni said, okay, Leo, we miss you when you are not around. Chantal said you are good. The weather is beautiful in New York today. That is nice. But I just saw the news from your area, Leo. Like you have a thunderstorm watch or whatever.
But I don't understand how you don't have it. Once they announced that it was hurricane season on the 1st of June, we have rained every day from the wake up the morning until I know we have rain is still falling down here.
Yeah, I saw it, but we don't have no rain, thank God.
Well, we blessed. We blessed 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it adds 3 more days to my life, however long may I live.
Oh, okay, but no floodings, right? Or nothing, just rain.
I don't know. I'm in my bed. I just know that the rain is out there from day before yesterday. I'm just in my bed. All right. So I don't know if there's I saw a sign when I woke up this morning, a notification saying flash flood. I don't know what a flash flood is, and I've never seen one, so I don't know. It's just
okay, stay away. Yeah, but like our mayor is going like full 100 to tell us to be, cautious and aware and not take it lightly. It's hurricane season. So they are doing a lot to get people, excited, but nobody really cares up here, you just.
Because now go on, right? But I think there's a hurricane out there. Did you know that?
Yeah, I thought one was coming from Mexico.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it.
Right. But I don't know if any is affecting this system here, because I've not seen so much rain in a long time. Probably 6 months, 3 days in a row, constantly. So it's
But that's good. Paula said, good morning, Michelle and Leo. I did not get a notification tuning in from Miami, which is raining and flooding in Miami.
You know why you didn't get a notification, right? Because the rain is blocking your notification. I know that for a fact. You're in Miami. We're actually also this morning on Leo Gilling Live. I'm gonna try to spread our wings. There's one group that I don't think we can go to the group, but I'm sure we are on Leo Gilling Live. If you're on Facebook, Leo Gilling Live on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. We're also on YouTube, and we're on Jamaicans.com on Facebook. So, the thing that I'd like to ask you guys is, wherever we are, I'd like you to, just click that subscribe or like button for us, so that you get those notifications when we're on.
Okay.
And so, okay, go ahead.
I need to check YouTube, but Chantal said, yes, there's a hurricane named Agatha.
Agatha?
Yeah, on the seas.
Oh.
Okay, let me check YouTube to see if anybody's there. Will not leave you guys out this morning.
I don't see us live on YouTube. Is something going on?
Yeah, man, we're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube? Okay. All right. I don't see the... Oh, yes, we are. I just see both of us. Okay. Yeah. I was looking for Diana also.
Yeah, Margaret said, good morning, Michelle and Leo. Where's Diana? She has another engagement. Hopefully she logs on.
Diana don't like us no more. Make her go. Hey, good morning, Oludo. It's mango season, and I saw... I posted a video the other day, right? And the video had blacky mango for stone dog. I talk about enough blacky mango. Diana and I went into this yard, and it has 2 blacky mango trees completely full of blacky mango. And I stood there, and blacky just had dropped like a rain. I mean, I'd not seen that.
Oh, don't lick in your head.
No, lick. Why you want the mango lick me in my head?
People also, they said on a mango tree, like one always fall.
No, I say mango a stone dog. Mango is stone dog. but they would just, I mean, they came, whomever is the guard, the yard man came and just pile up the mango them in a different piles, 3 piles in the yard. Enough mango, not about enough. Okay, so I don't know. Jamaica have no mangoes, wagga wagga, and we now have none.
Yeah, it sucks. But people remember, although you're eating all this mango, be careful. It has a lot of sugar. But don't be eating a lot. Don't have the bucket full or pan full and just eat it. You know?
Hey, people, the person who's warning you, I jealous them jealous, okay? Because I saw them eating a whole heap of Asian mango and I have to cuss her off. You know what I mean? She eat a lot of Asian, you know, the long one them odious one them, right? And I messaged them and said, why are you bragging about Asian mango? I don't get it.
Well, we have to work with what we can work with. I'm not in New York to get the shipments. Nothing gets to Jacksonville.
Oh my gosh. It's just, it's mango season and mango is in Jamaica. What I'm telling you, really, really. You know who's coming on Tuesday night too?
Who is coming on? Let us
We
know.
have the State Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Leslie Campbell. He'll be joining us Tuesday night for a discussion on the Jamaica Diaspora Conference. And he is, I don't know, there's the minister who's Kamina Smith, Johnson Smith, right?
Yeah.
But then there's a state minister, junior minister, they call them, and he's the junior minister. And his portfolio, his responsibility is diaspora affairs. So the ninth, is it the ninth? Yes, the ninth diaspora conference coming up on the 14th to the 16th of this month. And he's going to come and tell us about the diaspora conference.
Okay. That is
So you know
tell
we,
people
we,
who
we
are the
have
diaspora. Tell people about who is that who,
what is the
right.
diaspora?
Right.
And
Okay.
a lot of people are still having problems with the term diaspora because in some way to our psyche it's a brand new word, but it's not really brand new because the Egyptian and the Middle Easterns have been using it for many years from before BC, right? And the word actually means to be away from your natural home or your natural country. So if you live, for example, if you're born in Jamaica and you live outside of Jamaica, then you are in the Jamaican diaspora.
Does it
Right?
include those born outside, like your family descendants? It includes descendants too.
Jamaica happens to recognize first, second, third, and fourth generation. So if you were born in the United States of mother and dad, then you are a member of the Jamaican diaspora. Also, if your kids and your kids, your kids' kids, and so forth, and so up to great grand, I think are Jamaicans, and so you are a member of the Jamaican diaspora, and you know he will come and tell us how many people, how many persons who are considered Jamaicans out in the diaspora. Remember now, the diaspora have major regions. United States a major region, UK is a major region, and Canada are major regions where Jamaicans would leave Jamaica and go live. And the word them cluster up in a certain spaces. So New York, big Jamaican cluster, Connecticut, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania,
Florida.
Florida are all clusters of Jamaica. Ontario, Canada is one such. London in the UK are clusters. But then Jamaicans, you hear people say, Jamaican, they're all over the place. In almost every country,
They
you'll
are.
find that Jamaican. And so we're represented in many the outlying regions also.
Okay.
But wherever you are, if you are a Jamaican with a mother or father, and your son or your daughter was born in another country, know that your sons and daughters are Jamaicans and they can get passports. They have to
Yes.
just go down. They can get their citizenship easily by just going to the consulate general and get their
Yeah.
citizenship or to the embassy.
Yeah.
You
All
know.
right. So, oh,
Go ahead.
finish. Comment. Other comments coming in.
Okay, yeah man, go ahead and
Patricia
read
said, Leah, be nice. Shanta
it.
said, wow, would love to eat some of those black mangoes. No. Paulette said, yes, I saw the video. When I lived in Jamaica, we had a blackie mango tree and it used to produce a lot of mangoes.
Yes.
I also posted something about wanting money. Anybody carrying that? Lois said, Tess. Chantel said, we are used to eating 1 dozen mangoes at a time.
Especially Blackie Mango. Yeah, we don't know where she come talk about. In a mango season, we must be
But you
careful.
notice a lot of people have diabetes now. Donna said, it didn't kill us back in the days. Why would it do
Exactly.
so now? No, back in
Yeah.
the day when they get old, that's how the problem. Lois says scammers. Sandra said, good morning, my beautiful people. Long time no see. Hi, lovely Michelle. I don't know the other person. Where's the bestie? She should be here, hopefully, but she has another engagement. You know, here she had this Leo.
Me not appear no mind. Me not appear no mind at all. All me know is that me good looking this morning in a blue and grey.
Jesse said, good morning, Michelle and Leo, missing Dr. Diana. Blessings to you all, raining still in South Florida. Patricia said, that's okay, Michelle. I have the chance. I have the chance on the sugar. We love mangoes too much to watch intake. I could eat them 24/7.
Oh, God.
I guess Donovan is pointing out that this lady is scamming. Paula said it's not a new terminology.
Okay, so we can, yeah,
That's
we
what
can
we
clear off that scammer. Let me see if I can clear that person. Is it on Facebook?
yeah,
All right.
Jamaicans.com. Chantal said only a few Jamaicans on Staten Island. Let me go over to. Let me go over to.
Oh, okay. Okay, Neville. Hold on. He said, go ahead and speak. I'm gonna
Okay, nobody on YouTube. Nobody else comment. Nobody has commented. Oh, we are come. Okay, well, Leo is on the phone.
he's on Facebook and he says he's not hearing us. Which one of is it? Facebook on Jamaicans.com or Leo Gilling Live? Where are you?
Well, I'm on Jamaicans.com and everybody's
Okay, yeah. I checked the audio. Let's turn up your phone or turn up something. Something is not turned up because I'm hearing both of them.
okay. Sandra said, "LOL, Leo. You know we are still friends."
Listen, okay. All right, let me check. I'll check it out. Thank you so much, Neville. All right, man. He says that some folks on Facebook not hearing us. So
What, is it on yours?
I don't know if it's Leo Gilling
Okay.
live.
Okay,
Let's,
if you're not hearing people on Jamaica,
I'm here. I'm hearing. That's quite.
yeah, yeah, send a message. Well,
Yeah, well, I'm hearing it. The people, if you're not, listen, I'm hearing it quite loudly on Leo. Yeah. Okay. So we can hear them. We can hear on the Leo Gilling show live. All right.
Shout out, I'm here on Facebook.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Santa. You know, I'm following the rain, and I know that you didn't do these things here, Michelle. Okay, but as a child, rain was fun for us, and rain. We used to play in the rain. Dirty water never really mattered to us. We get ringworm, so what? Mama just give us ringworm medicine and it gone, right? I don't know. We used to have stuff that we would put planks in the water, and because it was the water was coming through our yard, heavy, high, and we could put planks in there and roll down the planks catch coconut that come from way up in the bush. We catch coconut and stack them. We pick up a lot of stuff out the water coming down. I don't know that it's still happening. I don't know where in Jamaica there's this stuff.
In country, I do see people doing it in country. Well, I used to play in the rain. I nearly actually drowned.
You?
Yeah, because like you have the gutter, like when it rush, like when
Yes,
it rush
yeah,
go down,
yes,
like
yes,
say you can just stand up or you jump
yes,
across like the banking and I
yes.
lost footing and the water just carry me go into the and I'll never forget, it's a teacher that saved me. Like he was walking, like
Yeah, I need to check your brain. I need to check your brain if water get in your brain. I don't think that did they check your brain?
so I never catch it because the only thing I did was held my head up, like when I go under the what you call it, that
Yeah,
big thing. I
yes.
just held my head up because it was a gully. So I'm like,
Oh
I'm
my God. So
hold my
how far can you go?
all the way under just at my head, like my head was
No, no,
all.
the water. Once you got in the water, how far did it take you?
Oh my, it was like all the way around a corner and all the way down. So it did take me like far. It's just that
Right
I
in
knew
what?
like going under that tunnel is a gully.
Yeah.
So like mother dead. So I held on and
Jesus.
saw me
Oh
and
my God. So me almost don't know. What was that experience like? What was it like?
it was my birthday. So I think
Oh my God.
my 11th birthday. It was, like say I had a pay phone where you usually
Yes.
make calls. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was in boarding school. I lived in the community, the village. So I actually made a call to my mother, but then it started. So we're just playing, just children playing, and that happened.
She
So,
beat you up? She beat you up?
why?
My mother would have butt my back on my behind. My mother would have
I
take me
was
up. You think me could have go home and go tell my mother say me almost drowned? What do you do there in the first place? I would have get some lick.
no, but remember I was in boarding school, so she went really that far.
So you were at school.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh my.
yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, my mom did not play. So if I go home and tell my mom that me get in a trouble, I'm not getting that's the second trouble me get in. Because me lick me. Good too. That's supposed to get in that trouble
Good.
for you, man. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. That must have been one experience.
It was scary.
Did you have nightmares?
I did for a while. Like you look and you say, oh my God, I was 11.
Yeah.
But move on.
That's this is the first story you tell us that sound like you come from country. I mean, you have not told me any other story that make it come like you come from. You always just say story where so upscale that we don't understand what the hell you're talking about. But at least we can relate to this one now. Most of us can.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. So I just said we are hearing you loud and clear. Leo, I need to say I'm on Facebook, Jamaica.com, and I'm hearing maybe
okay.
sorry, Michelle, but Leo, that's not funny. Sandra said that must have been scary. Thank God it wasn't worse than that. Sandra said, "Whoa, Michelle, glad you're okay." Paula said, "I used to love playing in the rain. My mom kept telling me to stop. I was about 10 years old until one day lightning struck right in front of me, and I never played in the rain again."
Yeah, it's a dangerous thing. I remember we had I was about 17, not probably, yeah, 17 or 18. And I used to run track. And we were on the Cornwall College track, which was grass.
Mhm.
And it was just rained and it was coming down again. And all of a sudden we saw this really big light. Pow! And it shocked someone that was holding onto a fence. And it was really bad.
Oh,
So
wow.
I mean, I don't know who it was, but we were all there and we saw the light. Pow! It's a really bright light, and I guess it fenced the fence because it was wire. You know, it served as some kind of electrical stuff.
Oh, okay. Johnny said, Leah, speak for yourself. Michelle, don't mind Leah. Chantal said, I can relate because I used to play in the river growing up. Tracy,
Yeah,
there's nothing for which to get a beating. There's nothing for which to get a beating. I almost drowned too when my dad was teaching me how to swim. How did he teach you to swim? He throw you in the water. That was horrible growing up. Like they just say can't throw you in the sea.
that's not horrible. You're supposed to learn. That's how you learn to swim. You better
That's
swim.
traumatizing. That's why Jamaica. Chantel, Chantel said in the Rio Cobra River in Central Village at St. Catherine. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a big river. That's the same river on a flat bridge.
Oh,
Mm. That's the
what's
same
your river?
river. Sometimes I go a flat bridge, we don't know which direction the river running now, whether it run north or so. But when I go to Spanish Town and I say, okay, that's the same one, so it run this way.
Oh,
Yeah, so but yeah, I used to do the river too, and almost join the river too. But I used to catch swims and muddy. You know what you know what those are?
Yeah, I can remember the Martha Bear River run behind my house and go to Rock where you go to the sea. So like yeah, when we're small, we used to put like little pots, like you make it got the wire. Like we put on chicken coop, the little wire, what you call it?
Yeah,
So they
mesh
make it,
wire,
they make
mesh.
it, and then they put it down in the little stream.
Uh,
Catch,
then
like the fish are they
that's how you catch fish.
are create. This is like a blackfish.
We call them muddy. They call them muddy. But we never learned to do that. We had to
I
catch
boy, them
money
you
with
know
our
used to do it. We don't know.
we had to catch money with our own hands. With our
Oh,
hands. So the
no, they
muddies,
have it sitting with
yeah, the
it.
muddies would be under a rock, right? Muddy would be under a rock, and then we have to, you know, slowly lift the rock, and we sit there and grab it.
Yeah, there was disgusting. I never eat that fish. I don't know why they ate it.
And then the shrimp
Or a
used to
crayfish.
sit on the rock also, and then yeah, not the crayfish, the little swims them.
What they call? Yeah, I forgot
No,
the name.
crayfish are the one them where we go underneath them live underneath the grass, and they generally use a mesh to catch them to lift the
Yeah,
grass to catch. But some little shrimps, little bit of one them sit on the rocks too, and you have to go down and use your hand and curve them and grab them, and so we catch like 5 or 6 of them and they cook them.
yeah. So it's a cook and then they used to go to the shop go buy 1 pound of flour.
Yeah, we cook them either in a soup or we roast the muddy. But muddy is so soft, we couldn't. You have to be careful how you cook it because you just mash out.
Mhm.
So we have to be very very careful how we roast the muddy, or we won't have any muddy at all.
Yeah. I remember like the old, cause there was a mechanic shop beside near our house, Mr. Earl, like in his back. So like the guys, like work there would I help them with the cooking,
Yes,
cause they're older.
yes,
So I share it up. But
yeah.
I didn't eat it.
So
Um,
you never eat the muddy nor the shrimp. Oh well, you would not have eaten the shrimp.
mm-mm. I only started eating shrimp when I got older, and I'm going to stop. It's a sin. Do not eat shrimp and pork, people. Jesse said, yes, I can remember playing in the rain, but never again. I had an accident, fell off step, hit my head, had to go to the hospital for stitches.
Whoa,
Wow. Wow, that's serious.
whoa. You know,
Yeah,
once you grew up in Jamaica, you have a horrible experience.
a lot.
Share with us if you have those horrible experiences. I mean, I've had so many horrible experiences that I just take for a joke these days.
Yeah, because that's another thing. Everybody does turn everything into a joke. And like when
Yeah,
something happen to people, like if they lose their hand, then turn a big joke, wani.
yeah. It's like a big joke after it all happened.
Yeah.
Your life experiences are such that you tend to forget. After a while, you tend to forget the danger that
Mm.
existed, and maybe you didn't even see the danger as a youth. But yeah, you've been through a lot. What I remember as a kid of a friend of mine, I was supposed to give him a patty for lunch, right? I must have been I was in grade 4, So that would have been about 9 or 10 or less, well, probably 8 or 9. And I ate the patty because I couldn't find him. He was gone to play. And when I came in, we sat next to each other and set a piece of pencil and we sit down on the pencil. Yeah. He get some lick from his Gabby. Jesus, he get some lick because the pencil itch up in my butt.
What is he doing now? So that when people do this stuff, I wonder like, what they turn out?
I know. I went looking for him the other day, but I couldn't find him. I know he's in Kingston.
Oh,
Um, he grew with a little bit of abnormality. He had two extra fingers, two extra little fingers
oh,
that hang off. You know, they dangle, but they have nails, and but they look like stub
yes,
fingers.
we had
They
children
they
breakfast.
had 12 of those, 12 fingers. And him named Collie. I haven't seen him since I was a kid. But yeah, Collie said pencil for me. Wicked boy, wicked
That
picnic.
was wicked. That was wicked.
Oh my God.
But I'm going to tell you something horrible that happened to me again. A few things. After I read some of the comments, Sandra said, when we have star apple tree right in front of our house and it was hailing and all of a sudden a lightning ball hit the tree and burned it to the ground. That was
What?
scary because the tree was close to the house. So
Wow.
Johnny said, what is muddy? It's a type of fish in the
Yeah,
river.
one like a black fish in a river.
Mason said, who used to catch what? Swim.
Swims.
Because it swims. So I just said, I live right across from the ocean. I never learned how to swim thanks to my mom. We went to the beach and she had me floating. I was face on and must have fallen asleep. And she let go of me and I woke up on the ocean floor.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Sandra. Never wanted to sleep after that. What? Yeah, but I let her go. Jordan said, ouch, so sorry, Leo. Garvin said, bless up, brother, Leo. Garvin said, bless up, sister Michelle. Garvin said, we're Dr. Diana. She might log in later. She had an engagement. And next horrible thing that happened to me, like as a child, I think maybe 9, you know, think much of it. I used to go to school in Wakefield. So you had the cane piece. You have to drive through the long cane piece from Falmouth and go around. And one day we are coming, the road them kind of bad. And the bus, the bad drive. I know say bus turnover with everybody in it.
You were in a bus crash? Bus
Yeah,
turnover?
yeah, and funny enough, nobody was injured yet. And look at it, that's why I never sit at the front of vehicles. I only if I drive. I don't like sitting at the front. And I always try to sit in the middle, especially if I'm in a bus. Yeah, because it turned
So
over.
bus turnover with you?
Yeah.
How old were you? How old were you then?
About 8, 9, because I was primary school.
What? Yeah, you know, this kind of. So how you so stush today? I mean, I'm not understand how you done so stush. Oh, come on. How come you so stush?
I said, oh, yes, I'm a stush.
Oh, oh,
Girl. Rude girl.
eh?
Me a rude girl, man. Rude girl.
Why?
Colin said, my sister tricked me to think that she put pimento in her ear and she got it out. So I decided to put several pimento in my ear and could not get them out. I finally went and told my parents and they called the ambulance and the ride was fun for me. It's when I got older, I realized how dangerous it was.
Pimento? Hold on, help me here. I get it.
The pimento, her sister tricked her and said she put pimento in her ears and took it out. So she got
in her ears. Me think you're saying her ear. Okay.
And in her ears.
Okay. And it couldn't come out.
Yeah, oh my.
Oh my.
Some older siblings are horrible. Anita said, at age 12, I remember going on my neighbor's house and going on a raft in the dragline water in Falmouth. Oh, you're from Falmouth? See, bad people come from Falmouth. And fell off the raft and went under the water 3 times and almost drowned. Never tried it again. I had nightmares for a long time afterwards.
You should still be having nightmares. God, oh my gosh. That's serious stuff.
Hey. Paulette said, I went to Children's Hospital in Kingston. It was fun. Joni said, wow, Michelle, blessed. Garvan says she nice man far from stush. Hey. Jody said, tell Leo, stush is an assumption. Exactly. We get down and dirty.
Oh my god. I was on a tube. You know what a tube is?
No, which one? The black one, the little
The
round
black
one.
one and we're gonna water and you know. Right. So I own my tube. And then we had about 6 other big people come and jump in on the tube, right? And all of a sudden, me find myself sinking at the big light tube, and my head gone underwater, and then my foot up there, I can't move because them pin me. And I was there for a while, man. I'm telling you, me feel like me dead. I mean, that's probably the closest to death me ever get.
Oh, wow.
I was about 12. And
Why?
a big man them come jump on me
Come
too.
save you.
No,
Oh,
they
that's
never know.
why
Somehow my feet came loose and I was able to dive out. You know,
oh,
they didn't know that they were stifling me, drowning me.
yeah. And that's sad, because I think on the news, this guy that died, this popular reggae musician that died, his grandson that died, and they said like nobody saw him that
I don't know
drowned.
what it is.
Like he
I
was
don't know
from
what it is.
Wolmer's. It was in the news, like he's from Wolmer's. The last holiday they had, he was on a church trip, but nobody saw him after a while, but he drowned. Paula said Michelle is not stush, but classy.
But
I'm a
what?
classy. Let me see any comment over you too.
Alright, sir. Alright, so let's speaking of news, there were some some things in the news this week. Rick's Cafe CFO or CEO freed of DRMA breaches. I'm gonna read this. I hope we can read since our reader Diana is not here, and I need to take this on a little bit. Chief Executive Officer of Rick's Cafe, Thomas Martin, was today freed of breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act. He's freed. Martin was charged for breaching COVID-19 protocols on May 27th last year. He was freed after the parish judge, Tamara Green, upheld a no-case submission by Queen's Counsel Peter Champagny and attorney-at-law Javid Grant, who referred to the number of irregularities in the Crown's case. The lawyers argued that the prosecution had failed to make out the case against Martin. He also commended his lawyers for the great skill and care displayed in representing him. I reaffirm my commitment to Rick's Cafe, which has long and rich history as an enviable attraction center, not just in Jamaica, but for the rest of the world. Implications here. Here's my problem with this. Because a lot of poor people went to jail and paid enough money for DRMA breaches. Even Beanie Man spent like $150,000. I don't know why I never fight it. But here is a blatant rule that was breached, and he got off. Now, my problem with him getting off is that if him get off, everybody should get off. Everybody should be given back their money and clean their records, because obviously if these policemen did not have a case, if the Queen's Counsel did not have a case, there obviously were laws that were not coded, or rules that followed, or evidence rules that were not followed. And I dare say that this must be the same thing across the island, where all the other people were abused mostly abused, thrown in the backs of trucks, thrown it, being beaten, and here we are, a guy who has a whole heap of money can get off scot-free as though no crime had been committed. Never a problem with that.
Well, the thing is that, as I always said, Leo, and it's kind of unfair, and people attacking the judicial system. Listen, they have a law, right? You get charged with a crime. You have to go to court, present your case, and then he can defend his case. He defended his case. He paid his attorney. That's why always, if you're going to commit crime, break laws, always have money for an attorney. And he paid his attorney who did his job, went in there, and he did his case. He went there, defended his action, saying they didn't have any grounds to charge him or whatever his argument was. I didn't read the whole transcript. But that is what happened. The judge said, you didn't give us anything. The government did not give him anything. So what she should be, punish him if the government could not establish what he did and what punishment he should get. So you can't blame him. It's the law. The law, that is what.
I agree.
Blame the government to fix it or whatever.
I agree.
Blame him to get off. Why if you do go serve, you have your passion, your personal feelings?
I totally agree with you. But my point is, if him get off, it means that no man, because them say the rules. What the judge said? Submission problems, meaning that they didn't have a case because there was a clear violation of Rick's Cafe. Clear.
Well,
so why isn't he in jail?
The law said he didn't. The law.
Oh my God!
Out of it.
Did you see the 5,000 people that are? Did you see that?
No, but that's the thing, and it not even in that case, even in other criminal cases where sometimes the government case is strong enough and they say to people, just plead. I always tell clients, never plead. Go to court and fight. Defend yourself. Because sometimes people look at it and say, oh my, this is an option. They tell you, 10 years or you just pay $10. What you gonna do? Pay the $10.
I don't know that they plead. I don't know that anybody plead guilty. I'm just saying. Yeah.
They should have hired an attorney.
Yeah, come on. No,
because
Michelle, hold on, Michelle.
And the government is not going to say, all right, the government.
Hold on, Michelle. We're not talking about America now. We're not talking about America. I don't know who in Jamaica is going to. Which one of these poor people is gonna come up with money to get an attorney? That's unfair. That's an unfair statement. That's all right.
No. Don't turn it on me. It is what it is.
I'm just saying that. Yeah, I'm saying that.
They shouldn't have breached, and if they breach, there are consequences. What they can do, is can go revisit back their case. Go hire somebody. Go revisit. The government already had this in place, and they violated it. They went ahead and did what they need to do. But
why is it that a clear violation somebody will get off? It don't make no sense to me. Why would that clear violation he get off?
He didn't get off. He went to court and he fought and he
get off because the police then pick him up. He get off. Yes.
Leo,
Take some comments.
The problem, before we take comments, the problem, people, we'll take on the emotions and think as some things operate. There's rules and laws. What the guy did was he did things the proper way. He went to court and defended himself, and he won his case. He did not get off.
Me don't agree with that at all. What I'm saying is that he can always get off. He can always get off, but the other people are supposed to get off too. That's what I am defending the man them who do not have 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 to defend themselves. That's what I'm talking about. Unfair justice.
Emotions. Come on.
Unfair justice.
Patricia said no son on Leah Gillen live. Donovan said Peter Champagne doesn't lose cases. He's a king of defense. Judges does not go against him even if. Paulus said it's unfortunate that it's not about being guilty or innocent. It's about having the right lawyer to win your case. The more expensive the lawyer is, the better your chances. Paulus said, Leo, calm down. Yeah, you can't put this on and say get off, because that's really the wrong narrative you're sending. He didn't get off. He went to court, he had to stay in court, and he won. The government did not put on a strong case, maybe because it's a new law and they didn't fully comprehend it, but you cannot blame the guy and his lawyer for doing their job.
I'm looking for the someone is saying that they're not hearing, but I just went to Leo Gilling live a while ago, and it was there. I don't know if it's still there. I don't know if it's still there at
Uh,
all. Let me see. Yes, it's still there.
does it have volume?
I just turned up the volume for you a while ago for to so I don't know.
Uh,
Live.
we'll figure it out.
Here it is. Here it is.
Trial and everything. First time going on Leah Gilling live for this, so
Okay, so we don't have this is it.
trial
That's it.
and
So I'm not so
everything.
sure why anybody not hearing because I'm hearing it live and loud and clear on Leo Gilling Live. This is it. So I'm not so sure, guys, why. I think you probably need to turn up your audio or something because it's pretty clear there for me. All right, yeah. So did you read any comments a while ago, please?
You weren't listening?
No, I wasn't that because I was trying to fix this thing.
How rude. There was only two comments. Peter Champagne doesn't lose case, so they're saying he never lost a case. He's really good. And Paul says it's unfortunate that you need like attorneys to win your case. That's why my phone now.
It's yeah. Look at this. I ran across an article this morning. The article says foreign minister unaware of the total number of Jamaicans in the diaspora. It says the foreign affairs minister says that it has been unable to document exactly how many Jamaicans are in the diaspora for several reasons, including due to undocumented status in other countries, forcing them to remain on the radar. Speaking at speaking at the meeting at the Internal and External Affairs Committee of Parliament on Wednesday, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry Sheila Monteith pleaded with Jamaicans who travel to other countries for extended periods to relocate to make the embassies and missions aware of their presence there. Over the years, efforts have been made to establish my phone is dying some sort of registry that would allow us to have a better sense of the Jamaicans in overseas. Question:
Mm-hmm.
Would you put your contact information register with the foreign affairs ministries? Well, not if the like the consul generals and the embassies.
Yeah, I would, and I think people should, because if you're in a foreign country and they need, like for instance, that's what happened to Ukraine, and they weren't really sure, how to reach out to people, contact people to find out how they're doing. I think if you're in a foreign country or going, you should register so they know and have how to contact you. If anything that needs to be dispersed out to you within the diaspora in that country, that they can. I know people worried about, oh, they might take, like your information and use it to whatever. But you have to trust the system. Because when I go to another country as a US citizen, I do update them. You know what I mean? You have to. So I'm not sure why Jamaicans don't want to do it. I think
Well,
you should.
well, the problem that most Jamaicans would have would be security of their personal information. I think that Jamaica has not proven that they are, in terms of safety, because there's so much scam going on, there's so much leakage, so much corruption. People are afraid of handing their stuff out there, and they become vulnerable, and so I think that's probably one of the problems.
Yeah, but it's kind of unfair because, especially when you look in the US, right? If you want example, every other day I get notification from my bank Capital One or something about my information going on the black market, or the bank will send you that your information is compromised, somehow it leak, or you go to Lowe's and all of that. So it happens everywhere, but that's a risk you have to take. But what you have to do is ensure you monitor your affairs. Like if you have your bank account, your credit card, you monitor it so you know like what charges are being made, or get alerts so you're alerted immediately so you could dispute anything. You monitor your credit report to ensure if somebody purchasing house and whatever. But it's the same thing that you say exists in Jamaica is everywhere, because I have to worry every day.
I don't think it's the same. You're comparing a system of United States versus a system of Jamaica in terms
Yeah,
of
but
your
you were
personal
supposed to be better,
information.
right? You were supposed to be better, right? And they're not.
Sorry?
The US supposed to be more secure. That's my point. They're supposed to be more secure than they're not.
No, but America turns around and correct real quickly. We don't have that kind of that we have we have insurance here. The banks when have insurance that if they made a mistake, they turn around and correct it right quickly. We don't have that in Jamaica. We
Yeah,
don't
but
have a quick turnaround, or we don't have the service where your personal information out there. They can correct it real quick. That doesn't happen in Jamaica.
yeah, but the thing is that you I see the benefits of registering.
I
And
understand the benefits.
everything you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have the good and the bad. You have to wait. Because I said it's important you got I heard a guy died the other day. He got hit. And nobody knew he was, other than he was Jamaican. But they found out he was on the not a work program. He was here on something, and they were able to connect him with his family. If he had registered and they found him, maybe he would be in a database where the government could assist, and him not staying no more for
But where is that database?
nobody.
Where is
I
that
want to say,
database?
I don't know. That's what I said. Like, but if they were registered, if he was registered with the consulate or whatever, like if he had said, "I'm with the consulate," or they had contact with him and he disappeared, died, the family could reach out to them. They could follow up with an address or something, or when his body was in the morgue, whatever information the local police have would have helped to connect him with his family. So in those
Most
cases,
people will tell you. Most people will
it's
tell you straight
important.
up. Yeah, most people will tell you straight up that they don't trust any system from Jamaica with their personal information. Most people will tell you that right off the bat.
Yeah,
And how do you get away from that kind of trust, that breaking of trust? Because it's been that trust factor right across the board, right across the board. And so how you get people to say, oh yeah, I want to sign up, I want to tell you what I have and what I do not have and all of that
it
stuff.
depends on the information. What do they want other than my name, address, and where I live? Like
Right.
what
Yeah,
information?
I think name and email address is fine.
Yeah,
But
but I think it's about like
my
how much
personal address,
money.
that's not gonna happen. My personal address, probably not.
Yeah, but I think then they ask for how much house you have and bank account and
No, 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 no. I'm not talking about my personal
no, I'm
address.
talking about what they are they
Physical address.
requiring, like what information for you to register. Are they asking it just for your name,
They didn't
address?
say it. They didn't say it in there. They just say want people to register, but they didn't. First of all, they don't have a system of registration right now, right?
Mhm.
And they're asking people to register. So we're not so sure what the system is that they're using and how secure it is in terms of and what kind of information. They just say you should register, but it doesn't say what kind of information they want.
Okay, so it's just like an idea.
It
So
probably
nothing.
is. So that's why I'm asking, would you
Okay.
be,
I,
I'm willing to
right.
give them the email address and telephone number. I don't
I'm
have
willing
a
to tell
problem with that.
them where I'll be staying. So
But
if
I
anything
wouldn't give them right my
happens,
residence. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's the key part. Because that's where anybody can come juke it up.
but I think people should register though. Sandra said, Leo, Facebook is being interrupted. And when it does that on Leo Live, there's no sound. I just did some troubleshooting, or there's an issue with Facebook. Michael said Jamaicans in Ukraine complained for not getting any help from the Jamaican consulate in Poland. Local Jamaicans in Poland were way more helpful. Well, I guess if the government couldn't find them, we can go help them. Anita said, look at what happened when NCB customers in Jamaica. Yeah. VM said, what kind of
What was that? What was that? What was that?
NCB customers in Jamaica?
What
You know,
about
you're
them?
about to scam. You know about to
No,
scam like
no.
18 billion or something, or million. And it was like they use like somebody sent them like an email like from NCB. I would like say like they would have say re-register your account or whatever. And then the people then click your link and give them all the information and then wipe out the account.
Oh wow, I didn't know about that.
And that
I
was
see.
last week. It was in the news last week.
Oh, okay. So that's these are the issues that we have because there is a lot of problems with our Jamaican our own Jamaica. I mean, there's a lot of problems. The security of accounts, security of private information is when somebody writes to me and say, "Can you provide me with?" When it, if a government agency write to me and say, "Can you provide me with this with a name and telephone number?" I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't give nobody information to nobody, right?
No, but
People have to want to give that yourself. But then the other thing is, don't open no email about your account from the bank. That's crazy.
yeah,
But
then I say.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I usually contact your bank before you do anything, like call your bank directly. VM said, what kind of information do you have to leave with the embassy? Yeah, we don't really know, but if it's just your name, address, that's fine. But if it's like how much house and land and your bank account, no. Paul said, that's true, Leah. People in diaspora do not trust giving any information to Jamaica. Peter said, trust has to be earned, and I don't believe the systems in Jamaica is capable of being honest. Garvan said criminology is taking over, so you find many don't use legitimate IDs. But you know what? Sometimes you have to just walk in faith and hope for
We
the
don't.
best.
We no 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 no. No, 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 no. Faith not help you when things happen to you, okay? No. You have to do your protection from him. The part of the protection is you being vigilant about the kind of information that you want people to have. So I don't mind giving somebody my telephone number or my email address. That's fine. I think that's enough.
Yeah, I
Not,
don't mind, but it depends on what they want. So I guess not knock it yet because we don't even know what they want to register you. Paul said in Jamaica, when your bank account is compromised, the bank don't want to refund the customers.
exactly. That
Bank.
and so we have FDIC that will refund you. They have insurance for that. And so yeah, no sir, no
See
sir.
what they want. But when you land in Jamaica, you don't have to provide address and stuff where you're going.
Yes.
So what difference when you go to a foreign country to do the same?
I fill out an immigration form. They have it on my passport.
Yeah. So, but why difference? And if Jamaica do it too, similar.
I have no clue, but if I don't have to provide it, I'm not giving it.
Yeah, because when you know if the immigration officer at Jamaica go take your information and get to somebody, right?
That's
But you risk it.
There is
You
a
risk it.
hold on. No, with immigration, there is international laws that protect your information. It's not just
No, but I'm
about
saying that
Jamaica. It's
person
not
can
Jamaica
use the
immigration.
information.
Yeah, it's not
That's
just
what I'm
about
saying.
Jamaica information. That's why they can't use it. That's an international agreement. That not nothing to do with Jamaica alone.
No, but I'm saying that the officer could use your
I'm not hearing you.
not saying that officer could use your information. Like he could take that information and give it to somebody.
They can.
Yeah, then I can write here on a piece of paper, then I write it there. They take it. But you trust them and you walk by faith. So people have faith in your government.
I agree with you there on the immigration paper. I mean, I have no problem with that. And I do have my doubts when I have to fill out those forms in a big way. But my fallback is that it's not just a Jamaica thing. Yeah, it's an international requirement, so they have to keep that safe. Because I've never heard any breach of any immigration information, because that's serious stuff. That's serious stuff. Immigration because they have your personal information, your passport, and your driver's license or whatever, your residence address, your date of birth. I've never heard of any breach in any country of immigration information.
Yeah.
That's highly protected.
Okay. Paulette said in Jamaica. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Paulette said we have to be smart even if you have faith. Instead, when you get to Jamaica, they usually ask you where you're staying. Garvin said, if Jamaicans see God and all his righteousness, then that's when we will see a brighter Jamaica. Lorna said the scammers have our address, phone number, and everything. Sometimes they call me. I am shocked all they know about me. Paula said, any country you go to, you have to complete an immigration form.
Yes.
And we do it.
Yeah.
I think, to me, people should register because especially when you have disasters and the government, you need to get assistance from the government and they need to find out if one of their citizens are harmed. I think people should register. But it depends on what information they want, but I think you should. If they might ask for your bank account and hosting, no. But if they just send name, address, and other family member, point of contact, that's fine.
We're supposed to have a young lady on this morning, so let me see.
Okay, while I do that, Anita said, is it a requirement to register with the Jamaican consulate? I have used the services and therefore that gives them my information indirectly. Yeah, people use them. I don't know if are they required to register now with the consulate?
No, there's no requirement.
They asked it though.
Huh?
It's voluntary, like I think I see somewhere on a document where they ask.
Yeah, there's no requirement, but they're asking if for us to register. And I think for the most part, based on that article, right, it's asking for the undocumented persons to register. I mean, people like you who's an American citizen. You don't even have a Jamaican passport. You don't really care, right?
I do. The thing is, that's my only ID when I'm in Jamaica to prove I'm Jamaican. Not even my accent will allow them to give me the Jamaican price.
Actually, no, your Jamaican passport. No. Your American passport says your nationality is Jamaican. So you look at it again, it says your nationality is Jamaican.
Yeah,
you can't take that away from you.
In Jamaica, I have to show an ID to get Jamaica prices.
That still exists?
Yeah.
Everything in Jamaica is expensive. So I don't really pay no mind again. But I mean, once upon a time you used to make a big deal about going to like Duns River and they have the different prices, Jamaican price and American price. I don't pay attention to that anymore because Mr. Timmy says, whatever. Good evening, good morning. There's a young lady coming on. Her name is Keisha.
Before she come on, let me just finish read these comments.
Okay, go ahead.
Said, Grand Rising Jamaicans are calm. VM said, I walk by faith, but I have money stolen from the bank and have to go through a lawyer and still did not get all my money back. Garvin said, guess what is running down Jamaica? The citizens of your love of money is the reason our country is not richer. The love of money is the root of all evil.
Oh my God. Anybody up on YouTube?
Let me go over real quick.
And we look at LinkedIn.
Oh, sorry, YouTube. Sharon said the problem is not with him, but the system. Yeah, he defended his case. Sharon said it doesn't matter, Leo, he had representation. Sharon said what information is collected when you register? Sharon said, I don't see them asking for more than your name, address, and a contact. Register, people. I agree. Register.
So is Keisha gonna come online? She's need to see her on video. Keisha happens to be.
Oh yes, I'm gonna getting it together.
Okay, all right, great. I still have not seen. Good morning. How are you, boy?
As long as I'm inside, indoors, and dry, I'm blessed and highly favored.
Oh, so let me ask you. Hasn't it been raining for 3 days from them announced the hurricane? Yes?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's supposed to come 11 o'clock tonight. So we'll see.
So hold on. There's a hurricane out there for real?
For real, for real. It's a tropical storm.
That's tropical
Oh,
storm.
okay, okay.
Tropical storm. You know how we Floridians do. We want any excuse not to go to work. But y'all better be in church tomorrow.
Because the tropical storm is coming, so you have to be in church tomorrow to make sure that you get something back, right?
To show the Lord that you're willing to sacrifice in the rain.
That's a good one.
Okay, so here's attorney Michelle Fanger meet Keisha Early, judge. She's also an attorney, right?
Yes, I'm a criminal defense attorney practicing
Yes.
8 years.
You know, we're gonna drill you this morning because you are.
Didn't I say I'm a criminal defense attorney? Okay.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. Bring it on.
All right. First of all, we like to know who we're talking to. So, are you Jamaican? By what? Okay, by what? Who's your mom and dad? Did they beat your butt when you're growing up? That kind of stuff.
Yes. Oh, yes. So, my dad was born in St. Catherine, Jamaica. My mom was born in Bronx, New York. He came here, I think, when he was in high school. They met, they got married, had 8 children. So he was Rastafarian. So he was true Itag.
Okay.
And so I grew up thinking my mom was Jamaican because he sure enough converted her. She had the locks. When she was raising the children, she knew how to cook all Jamaican food, and she knew how to speak patois. So I grew up thinking my mother was Jamaican.
Oh, okay.
So I'm number 4 out of 8 children. So my dad, unfortunately, he left when I was 8 years old. So he left my mother and her 8 children. He's in New York right now. Shout out, Dad, if you're watching this. Your daughter's a lawyer.
Oh my!
To be judged.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, I understand patois. I can't speak it as much because when he left, I was 8 years old. But let me tell you something. I am Jamaican. You hear me?
All right. That's cool. That's cool.
American. No,
all right. Yeah. No doubt.
American. They call it American.
American. All right. But you know what? One thing I will say, I am so glad. Although my father left me, that wasn't God's plan. I have no ill feelings towards him. He left me with a culture. You hear me? I don't know what type of human being I would be without my culture, without my Jamaican background, my heritage. I love my country so much that I have been taking my children there a few times a year because I want them to experience what I experienced growing up. During the summers, our dad would take us to Jamaica during the summer. I'll be 40 years old and I still remember, eating the shrimp on the side of the road or going to
so you did the right thing. You did the right things.
I love my country. I will be there for my birthday in 2 weeks.
Lordy.
So that's good. So you were in New York first, and then you came to Florida.
Yes. Yeah. What he did was we were born in New York. He moved us to Florida, but unfortunately, I don't want to make this a sad story, but he moved us, all of my mom's children, his children, to Florida, and then he left and went back to New York. So he figured, he rolled out. Not all Jamaicans are bad. I mean, he just, he made a bad choice.
But listen, he did that, but look at right?
And like I said, it took some years to truly forgive my father, but I tell you one thing, if he was to knock on my door right now and needed a place to stay or some water, I would give it because we all sin and fall short of God's glory, and we must forgive to be forgiven. Did it hurt? Yes. But did it make me into a better, fearless woman? Yes, it did. So all things work together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose criminal justice to defend? Or you're a defense attorney?
Yeah, so I chose criminal defense because I used to be a criminal. to put it plainly.
Okay, tell us about that.
So I was the first person in my entire family to go to college, in my entire generation to go to college. I'm child number 4. So when I went to college, I was working 3 jobs and going to school full time. So that's a true Jamaican right there. All right.
Well, we can't deny that now.
So one of my jobs, I was working at a shoe store and I was giving away discounts, my employee discounts. And when people found out I was working at a shoe store, they would come to my register. I would give them a discount, and I did it so many times that it triggered the corporate. So they not only fired me, I was arrested on the spot for felony embezzlement because they said that the amount that I discounted the shoes was taken away from the corporation's profit. Anything over $300 is considered a felony. Now, this was when I was living in DC. So they arrested me, and then as the case progressed, because there was so much evidence against me, I ended up taking a plea. I was facing 3 years in prison. I ended up doing a 30-day solitary confinement sentence, and I was pregnant out of wedlock at the time. So I was living a life of sin. I was in jail, pregnant, and in solitary confinement. So after I did my sentence, I had to reevaluate the direction of my life. And I rededicated my life back to Christ because I was raised in a church after my dad left. And because before my dad left, we were Rasta, right? Mm-hmm. And then after my dad left, my mother raised us as Christians. So I rededicated my life to Christ. God promised me that if I stayed with him, if I dedicated my life to him, I would be a lawyer. 18 years later, I've been named top attorney. See all those awards?
In Florida? In Florida?
Top attorney in the state of Florida.
Wow.
Top 40 under 40. I'm turning 40 on June 20th. And so I decided to be a criminal defense attorney because my attorney didn't fight for me. That was my first time committing an offense. He could have fought for me. He could have told the judge I was in college. I never had committed a crime before. Like, he could have fought for me, and he didn't fight. So I promised that when I become a lawyer, I'm gonna fight like you're my brother, my sister. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna put up such a big fight that even if I lose, you're gonna thank me.
Yes. Okay. That's good. I really like that. I really like that.
Okay.
I'm interested in your story, so I'm gonna dig a little bit further, right? So we know that Florida has this law that, once you are convicted, you lose your voting rights and all of that stuff. How did you get back into swings?
Well, there's 2 different types of convictions in Florida and all over. There's a felony conviction where your conviction is withheld. That's called a withhold of adjudication, or you're just basically convicted. So I was not considered a convicted felon. So because the conviction was withheld, even though it was a felony, my voter rights were not relinquished, or it wasn't taken away. So I never had to go through the restoration process. But it was not an easy road. In the words of Buju Banton, it's not an easy road.
So did it affect you getting into the bar?
Before even a bar, law school. So I waited 7 years. Then I took the bar after my arrest. And then when you apply to law school, they ask you, have you ever been arrested or charged with a felony? And obviously I had to answer yes. But what happened was I took a risk because the law school said, hey, you can come to our law school. We'll admit you, but we cannot promise you that you'll be accepted into the bar. So you're basically gambling. Wow. It cost me $250,000 to go to law school because the books, the tuition, the loans. So basically I was gambling with $250,000 because I went to law school, I graduated, I took the bar, I passed the bar, but after you do all of that, you have to be sworn in and you have to get permission from the Florida bar to be sworn in. So when I went to the Florida bar, it was a 3-hour interview with 5 people. And they ask you whatever they want to ask you. And after that interview, if they feel that you don't have the character, then they'll say, you know what, sorry, we're not going to swear you in. So I went into that interview knowing that at this time, I went to law school. I had 3 kids. I have 4 now. I had 4 kids to take care of. I had a husband who was supportive, and my life right now was in the hands of 5 people. So they thought, but I knew what God told me when I was in jail. So I went there. They asked me all the questions, and thanks be to God, they allowed me 2 weeks later to be sworn in. And here I am, 8 years later, 100 trials later, top attorney later. The promises of God have been fulfilled.
There's a lot of comments coming in for you. So let me just read some before you go on. Marska said, good morning, lovely Michelle Leo. Good morning. Paulette said, amen. Amen to that. Good for you, amen. Queen.
Thank you.
Said, congratulations. We all make mistakes, but we can turn our lives around with God's grace.
That's right.
Garfin said, that's what I hate about most lawyers. They have your money, but they don't work. Mm-hmm. Sandra said, June people are amazing people. Casey,
oh, come on with this June. Yeah, December. Okay. December.
She said, you're an amazing person. Congratulations on all your successful endeavors. God is good. I am a June bug myself, 2 days after yours. She said, but God. Sandra said, God is good. God is good.
It's great. Give me the poster.
Yes. Yeah. So right. I know we've gone into your path, but we really want to know what you're about now. Because I see 8 years, like what you do, what's the next step?
What's the next step?
Yeah.
Oh, don't go there yet. Don't go there yet. Don't go there. Oh, you ask us so quick. Oh my God. Oh, you ask us.
You have to go there.
I want to know if you have defended any Jamaican. This is a Jamaican show, okay? Have you defended any Jamaican and win for them? Yes.
I never lose. Even if I lose, I never lose. I defended Chinese, Asian, white, black, Haitian, Jamaican, everybody. Let me tell you something about name recognition, and your reputation precedes you. When I started doing my trials and winning, my name started going through the jail. They was like, oh, you got to get this girl. You got to get this. So I didn't have to ever want for a client. I love what I do. When you love what you do, what comes from the heart goes to the heart. I could do this for free if I didn't have 4 kids and a husband.
Absolutely. Understand.
A lifestyle.
Understand.
So yes, I defended everybody. Of course. I'm quick to tell somebody I'm Jamaican. You can't tell me I'm not.
Put up the sign now. Put up the sign now. Put up the sign.
Okay, I'll put up the sign. Comment on YouTube. Polly said, wonderful. What an amazing testimony.
Keep it there. Keep it there. Keep it there. Keep it on.
Okay, and let everybody know where you are.
Let me tell you something real quick. If you don't follow me on social media, I need you all to follow me, because let me tell you what my opponent is doing. And she got the right one on the right day. You hear me? So when I got arrested, I never hid from it, because right after I got arrested, I got saved. So when you're saved, God relinquishes you from that shame. And I started telling everyone. I told them I was incarcerated. So now what this woman is doing, she's going around telling her little crew that I'm not fit to be on the bench because I've been incarcerated. That makes me even more fit, because now I can
because you understand people. You understand people, right?
And it's a story of redemption. You tell me who gets incarcerated for a felony, who goes to law school with 4 kids, work full time, who is named top lawyer in 8 years, who does this? But by the grace of God. So this not only makes me qualified, it makes me more qualified, but she's scared, because when you got to hit below the belt, you don't have nothing else. You've been on the bench for 12 years. Talk about what you've been doing for the community. You can't, because you haven't done anything for the community. So I'm talking to my opponent right now. Let's go.
But listen, the most important thing is I can't use it as a distraction, because your story is so strong and powerful. Yes. So you just have to
you don't even bear in mind, just you do your story.
It's a scare tactic. And I found out in life all the trials that I've tried, I'm always successful because the way I'm talking to you, this is how I talk to the jury. I don't use those big legal terminology. The jury is regular people just like you and I. I tell the jury the way I'm talking to the people right now. You are voters. Become educated. If you're not registered, shame on you for being in the United States of America and not letting your voice be heard. But she's utilizing these scare tactics. God don't give you a spirit of fear, power, love, and a sound mind. You hear me? So if you don't follow me, my Instagram, my Facebook is my first Kesia Early 4 FOR Judge.
Okay.
Make sure you follow me. But there's a post on there of her voice. It was captured. I wasn't in the room. You see how God has his people all over? I had one of my colleagues in the room and she recorded what she said because it's a public forum. It's nothing illegal. And I put her recording on top of my face. And I told them that she's trying to tell a story that I've been telling over 18 years ago. Get some fresh news, okay?
Yeah, so go ahead.
When you know your weakness, it makes you stronger because what can she come with other than that? And you already dealt with it. So there's nothing. So just focus on, you. Don't give her more highlights so people go over to her page and try to, look into her. Just
focus on Early.
Exactly.
Okay. Where are you in Broward County?
I'm in Broward. Most of my cases I take in Broward. I do have a trial scheduled for next month.
No. Are you running in Broward? That's what I really asked.
Yeah. Well, this is countywide. So this is
countywide.
County line to Parkland. So this is countywide. If you are in Broward, if you have a friend in Broward, and all you have to do, if you want to see my full story, Google my first and last name, Kaysia, Kaysia, last name Early, Earley. And you know what? I've overcome more things just beyond my incarceration. I could have blamed my upbringing on my father leaving because I grew up in the inner city in Liberty City, Alapata, Miami. So single parent, raised in poverty, incarcerated. Like, how do you overcome all of that but for the resilience of God in you? So the battle's already won. Get your suit together so you can join the inauguration.
I will be right there with you.
Definitely be.
I'm laying my support right now with someone with the kind of experience that you have. Let me tell you this. What I learned in life is that your experience tells you who you are. And all of what you've gone through throughout your life prepare you for who you are right now. So if it prepared you for hitting people below the belt, then that's who you are.
That's who you are.
If it prepared you for being a Kesia Early, then that's who you are. All right.
That's who I am.
And I'm sure what will happen too is that for you, like when people come before you, they could look at it and say, you know what, she went there and look where she is.
Yes.
So maybe I could reform my life, and then you might have more compassion towards them, and you work, do fairly within the law, of course. So it's a good thing that you are, and I do wish you
all the best. I love having you. I love your energy, and I hope. Tell us about the election. What's the process here now? Are you gonna do a runoff in August?
No. Okay, no. So it's a 2-step process, but I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a 1-step for me.
Okay.
If I secure more than 51% of the vote, I don't have to do the runoff in November. I'm not trying to do November. I got things to do, okay? The race is won in August, all right? So we need everyone. Look at my last name. Vote early for Early. Do absentee ballot. Do early registration. Do early voting. Don't wait for the day of election day because anything could happen. You can drop sick. It could be raining. You don't want to go out. Vote early because August 23rd at 7 p.m. when those polls close, that's when I'm closing. I have August 23rd on my church fans. I don't have November. I'm not printing these again.
Okay, all right. Okay. That's nice. Well, you're Jamaican, so you know what it means to win, to be a winner. So
okay, we have some more comments.
We have some more comments
coming in. Yeah, so I wanted to hear them, so it motivates you. Are you already motivated?
Motivate people.
Yeah, keep So Sandra said no. Marska said thump up. You understand what thump up
Me,
means?
me understand.
Marska said, "Glory be to God." Peter said, "I am coming down to Broward County to vote for you, Keisha." But get your friends and family. Contact everybody you know.
Yes.
Jesse said, "Only God." Paulette said, "That's why it's good to tell your own story. You are redeemed by God. No shame and no condemnation."
Condemnation.
Yeah, here, Garvin said, "Here, smile." 1 second. Sandra said, "Keisha, your energy, oh my goodness, no one can keep you down. You are riding on cloud God. There are no
Ooh, I like that.
girl." Yeah, I like it. Go, Keisha, I love you, girl.
I'm
Gotta use that.
I don't have to wish you all the best. You are the best.
Oh.
I'm riding. Hold on. I'm writing that. I'm riding on cloud God. Okay.
I just, you were 50% there when I heard that you were Jamaican, right?
Woo!
But you're being endorsed right now by me. I endorse you in no way.
Listen.
And I'd love to join your campaign. Because you're in Broward County. Yeah, 17th circuit. I'll join your campaign definitely.
And then
Amen.
we have some more comments on YouTube because we're on YouTube too.
Okay, great.
Sharon said, "You have a story that so many can relate to." Go, girl. Pauline said, "We need people like you here in the UK." Well, she have to do Broward first and then
Let me come for Broward, then I'm gonna
Go global.
Sharon said, "You have
Yes.
a passionate, articulate, and a lover of all people. Blessings, Keisha."
Amen.
So what I'm asking persons to do, whether you're in Broward or not, you have a family member here in Broward who can vote. And
That's
so, if you're in Jamaica and you're listening, tell your family here to vote. If you're in New York or UK, tell your friends and families here to vote Kesia.
And listen, if you want a yard sign, cards, church fans, card magnets, I have it all. Go to my first and last name.com. And then when you sign up in the comment section, tell me what you want. We have volunteers from my church that have sacrificed hours. They drive around with this expensive gas and they go to you and they drop off a yard sign. So it's Kaysia Early. I know it's backwards, but it's my first and last name.com. Kaysia. Last name Early, Earley. Go to the website and let me know what you want.
It's so nice to have you here. I'm so happy that my friend Andrea called and said, "Leo, have this woman by your show. Have this woman by your show."
Yeah, man, I love your energy. Don't lose it when you get on the bench.
No, let me tell you something.
Positive.
Let me tell you something. When I started this campaign, people were like, "KC, you got to tone it down." So this is who I was as a.
That's right.
For me, I'm not changing my personality. Nope. Because it's going to make me into a different person. God gave me this DNA. I've been like this for years. I'm not changing, sis. I'm not changing, okay?
Don't change for nobody. Like, this is who you are. Me make enough nice on the show and the people ain't cuss me sometimes, but me not care. This is me. This is me, okay?
Always be your authentic self.
Always be yourself. Yes. I thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to great things from you. I know that Jamaican blood is flowing through your system. So I'm happy.
I'll be following.
Does that mean I get a Jamaican card? I've been asking for one.
Listen, go get your Jamaican passport.
Okay? But you know what?
Well, you have to get your citizenship first. You have to go get your citizenship first. Go to the
I am applying for my dual citizenship because I have access because my father is.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So once they get started the process.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Big up. All right.
Big up. The road. Yes.
Okay, Mark said, "Michelle, that you are God cloud." Also, thank you, Mark Scott. Paula said, "Okay, Leo." Peter again said, "Good luck, hon. Go get them." She bubbly.
Very bubbly. Well, not only is she bubbly, but her story is authentic, and her story is something where she overcame something to be something. You know what I mean? And so her story is her life. Her story it just
It's her
emits from
life.
her. I love it. I love it. I love it.
But when she was telling her story, 'cause I went to school in New York, that was a common thing. For like when you work at a store to like call your family and friends to get the discount. But like it's so sad that she got locked up, she got caught. But it was so fun. Like
Is
it's
there a
like a common
Jamaican blood that trying to offer opportunities to other people? you
every
know,
Jamaican if they work at a restaurant, come. If
I,
you know
I told the story of the ants right last week, where if an ants find a piece of cheese, he send go call everybody, come eat cheese, everybody. That's the way it is.
okay, I'm
That's good.
smiling because I have a comment coming up. Paul said, okay, Leo. I read that. Garfan said, Michelle, your smile, the pound point too. So let me keep smiling.
Oh Lord have mercy, Jesus.
But that was
Oh
really
gosh. What a wonderful morning. I'm so sorry for the persons who can't hear me on Facebook. I'm so sorry. We'll fix that the next time. But right now, if you can't hear me on Facebook, go to YouTube or go to
Jamaicans.com or
Americans.com on
LinkedIn.
Facebook or LinkedIn. All right. Thank you so much. Sharon
Okay.
says, "Oh, I'm on YouTube. Yeah, we know
Oh,
that
you
you're on
are?
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Sharon said you have 8 votes from 2 houses. Oh, that's
There
good.
you go. And Sharon, she makes sure that she have whole heap of votes to give.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, man, that's really nice. I really like her, and I just texted her a while ago, say I want to join your campaign and whatever I can do. So, anyway, so what were we talking about before we were? Yes, okay. She says thanks for having me. Let me see. She sent a message. She says thanks for having me, Leon Michelle. Enjoyed. Please send me the YouTube link so I can share it. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Yeah, man.
What would
What a
they talk
morning.
about? Oh, when they
Eh?
talk about registering.
Oh, we were
All
talking
I think
about
that you
registering.
should. Everybody
Yeah.
should register
Uh, you know,
and walk by faith.
I want to, I want to jump on to Keisia's thoughts a while ago to go out and vote. It's voting numbers are pretty low when there are local elections, and I think it's the same thing in Jamaica. Because I think we have last election we have 36% of people who came out to vote another general election. I mean, we need to do better than that.
Yeah, that is true. For some reason, people don't take these elections as important. And the thing is that they directly impact them, like when they vote for the sheriff and the judges. These are things that directly impact you within your community. But
Hmm.
they're more concerned with the presidential election. But you
Yes.
should definitely go vote. When you vote for these people to sit on the boards that make decisions for your county, you need to ensure that you have your voice being heard. Because when things happen, you can't complain. So now you have a candidate that's letting you know who she is, because you never know, you might have a family that end up in problem, end up be, in front
We
of
have a
law.
lot of judges that we don't know who they are, and we go
Yeah,
and vote for them because their names are there. But
yeah.
here,
Or don't
here's
vote for
someone,
them.
yeah, here's someone who's putting herself out there. That means what she has been through, she understands the life, she understands the community, she understands what it is to have been arrested and go through and be processed through the system. And now she can take that same experience and bring it to to law enforcement into the judiciary. This is a big thing for me. I think this is where these are the kind of people that we need on the bench. People who
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, that's what you need. And she's familiar with the system and how it works. So she'll be more inclined to some judges do try to be fair,
Right. She's
but
not just handing down. She's just not just handing
yeah,
down based on paperwork. She understands.
yeah. And if she's doing criminal, she's versed on those particular areas with the law. So she's a good candidate.
Yeah, man.
And but people need to go vote though.
Yeah,
They
people
need
need
to go
to.
out and vote. You need to go out in your numbers and vote and just don't sit back. And yes, she's right. Do the early voting. Because early voting, you don't have to worry about the day off when everybody's trying to vote. And like something can happen, as she says. So early voting make it easier where you just set your time, you go wherever local and just go vote or mail in your ballot. I don't like the mail-in ballot thing. I prefer to go in person.
Yeah.
But go vote, people in Broward.
And go vote for Casey and me a backup. Go vote for Casey and bring your whole family to vote for Casey. Like Sharon just said a while ago. We need her on the we need some Jamaican representation. And we do have
You
another.
have Jamaicans.
Yeah, man. We have Jackie Powell. Jackie Powell is a broad judge also. But the more the merrier.
Yeah, you have a few Jamaican judges all over, descendants. VM says, okay, Mariska said, Miss Diana off today. She had an engagement. And he said Jamaicans don't like voting overall. VM said most Jamaicans run away from being recognized. She's running towards it. Great personality. Paulette said you have a lot of Jamaicans living in the US that are not citizens and do not vote. If you don't vote, you don't have a say. Well, if you're not a US citizen, you cannot vote. So that's important, people. You have to be a US citizen in order to vote. Don't go vote if you are not a US citizen. You can end up in deportation. So if you are a US citizen, go vote.
Well, go a little further than that. Than just end up in deportation, because if you are eligible to become a citizen of the United States, it's important, because if you are a green card holder, them can deport you, right?
Yeah, they can. If you have a green card, they can, because you're not a citizen. So you have to be a citizen in order to vote. And
Absolutely.
if you're not a citizen and you have a green card, go get your citizenship. You're not prevented from having dual citizenship with Jamaica. Go do it. But remember, people, if you're not a citizen, you cannot vote.
Yeah, don't try to vote. That's a serious Trump
offense.
offense.
Paul says some Jamaicans are citizens also do not vote. Mariska said, no way, Leo. Garvan said, voting is important to those who are engaging with the welfare of the country. The ones who don't vote approve. No, but people have their own personal thing.
No, man. I don't agree with that at all. The people that came before us, a lot of them died for us to get the responsibility, the privilege of voting. And we can't take that. I believe that we should all, I don't care, as long as you have the right to vote, go vote. I don't care if you own land or you're up on the side of the street or whatever. Vote. It's the one thing that you can do to impact change in your life, in our life, our lives. One thing. So if you don't like the person in power, vote for somebody else. If you want somebody younger, vote for them person too. And so, yeah, I just vote.
Yeah, if you want change, vote. I think it's also important to vote. I vote for everything. I don't care what it is. I go vote. If I'm supposed to vote because somebody needs to sit on city council, I research them and I go vote. If I see that they have done nothing, even if I don't know them, if I see they have done nothing, I'm voting for the other person. If I don't know the party, I research. So research who you're voting for. Carmen said green card can still get revoked. So what's the sense? Well, you have to abide by certain rules before you become a citizen. So abide by the rules and then become a citizen. Break the rules, you lose a green card. Paula said I agree, Leo, vote. Mariska said I do vote.
It's important to vote. I mean, think about the hardship that I said this before. Whenever I read about the Jim Crow laws, it puts me in a really angry mode. Maybe angry is not, a very depressed mode, because those people who lived through Jim Crow laws between 1898 and 1966, boy, I don't know how they lived. I don't know how black people lived through it. The law was made to make black people into paper, into a piece of property. That's it. The law was made for black people, and this is not slavery, no. This is post-slavery. Slavery done in 1865. Between 1865 and 1890, they all planned how now to keep black people down in America. So they came up with this Jim Crow law that separate black people from white people. And you can't use the same bathroom that a white person use. You can't sit on the same bus that a white person use. You can't sit in the same seat. You can't date a white person. And if you broke those laws, they have the right to beat you, to lynch you, to kick you, to chop you up, to shoot you, to do whatever they wanted to do. And so a lot of our people who died in the past, they died for this right to vote. And so we can't take it that simple. No matter what nobody say, oh, we don't care about history. Care about your history. Now, if you don't care about your history, you don't know where you're going. And I think that a lot of us don't know about our history of being in America, of being through slavery. And so we take for granted the things that we born and come see. But it didn't just happen like that. There were other people before us who really stood by the grounds that they lived by for freedom. And we got it. Even though you weren't born in it, you must be able to understand it so that you understand your future. Think about it, read about it, read about Jim Crow laws. It makes your stomach sick. I'm talking make your stomach sick to know that your forefathers were in the middle of that.
Yeah, Paul said it's important for green card holders to get your citizenship. That is 100% true. But me like when you talk about the Jim Crow law, because the other day I was reading something and I'm like, certain particular parts of animals that we love to eat. I was reading up a history of it. I know they love what they call it, chiclet or whatever they call it. Like they try for the pig, like
Yeah.
the pig down south. And they said what happening on the tail and the, whatever that we eat. They said what usually happened back then is that they took the good part of the pig or the meat and the parts that were discarded, they give it to, the
black people to eat. The snout and the snout and the chitlings and all that stuff, yeah.
But that's why they like it, because down south they really
they grow up with it.
Yeah, they grew up with it because that's what they had to cook and eat. They never got the taste or anything. I'm like, wow, this explains a lot. Paul said so many things sacrificed for us to eat.
Yeah, man, we really need to take that a little bit more deep, a little bit deeper than we take it today. If you're born after like 1985, you have nothing. You have no experience, but you need to read back and see all of the issues that black people went through on a day-to-day basis. It was the cause of the 1965 riot in Watts, the end of that Jim Crow hold that they have. And immediately after, listen to this, immediately after that riot, the government come out with one thing, war against crime, and it was basically black people. That's why so much black people in incarcerated right now. So we need to find.
Because even the other day, this guy got released. I think after 40 years in Louisiana, he stole a bread. He got a life sentence for a bread.
For bread?
Yeah, bread.
And that's why I asked Keisha that question because I was pretty surprised that she wasn't, she wasn't she wasn't being convicted. She didn't leave with a conviction, as it were, that would preclude her from getting her voting rights back. And so, but there are 1.5 million people in Florida alone who was their voting rights taken away because they were convicted of a crime.
Yeah, but what was a good thing that was being done? I'm not sure if the governor before the prior that started was this thing where they tried to reinstate.
Yeah, Gillum. He was not governor, but he ran.
Yeah, they have a lot of projects within
That's
different
trying to
communities.
get people back into
Yeah,
voting.
yeah. So it does that. You have to go in and they do it for free. So if
Right.
you have a conviction and you want to know if you can, reinstate your vote, definitely go to a non-profit. They offer it and they do everything for free. You just have to maybe pay the fees, but they,
Yes. The
you know,
fees are the fees are can be prohibitive because just one of the fees like $1,000, and so if you're poor, it's hard to come up with
yeah.
$1,000 for it,
Yeah,
and
but some
that's
organizations help with that too, but they
mm,
always say they don't pay the fee because people contribute a lot of money. So definitely, if you've had a conviction and you want to get back your right to vote, you're a US citizen, you could definitely find out about it within your community.
yeah, man,
And
and yes, it's a good project. It's a great project to help people to get back their voting rights because you don't know the value of your voting rights until you lose it. you know, if you see everybody going to the polls, you just sit at home and you say, "Okay, I don't have any voting rights, so who cares, right?" But it is a big thing having that the opportunity to impact change in your country. It's a big thing, and so yes, 1.5 million persons can make a difference in the polls. Trust me. Okay,
they
it
really can. And people
yeah.
do need to educate themselves and go out and vote. Don't say, oh, well, what will it do? And it's very important for the local election because those things impact you directly. Because you have people making decisions on how to distribute funds. And I always say this, like where I live, the country where I live, you'll see like the other counties will get more funding. And you're like, why? Because, like whoever we put there is not looking out for the best interest to ensure that it's diverted enough to our community to assist. So that's why it's important to vote. And then with judges, you want to make sure it's from the community, people that understand and can relate. And even for mayor and sheriff, you have to ensure that the sheriff is a part of the community, know what needs to be done and can do the job. And the public prosecutor, you have to ensure because you have some public prosecutors that don't really care. So you have to ensure you put people in the position that are looking out to defend somebody who doesn't have money but need the best representation, which I've seen major improvements with the public defender's office. And
We,
even
we and we talk about you were talking about a distribution of funding, and that directly goes to the census, right? The other thing why much money doesn't get flowed into certain communities is because people are not signing up for census, right? In their zip codes. Guess why? So what happened is if there are 100,000 persons in my community and only 25,000 of them sign up at when census come around, what do you think will happen? The government will only issue dollars for 25,000 people, right? When there are 100,000, well, what's going to happen is that the city is going to run into bankruptcy because it's only getting certain amount of funding just for 25,000 people. So we have a responsibility to indicate when the census rolls around. I think we had census years ago, or when the census rolls around, that we are signing up and representing the numbers in our community so that the distribution of funds will come to our community in the right amount. It'll be apportioned the right way.
yeah, we all have to do our part. Some of it might be minor, but it means a major thing. It leads to a bigger thing. So do our parts. Go to their family and friends to go out and vote. Early voting. When does it start in your area, Liam?
Huh?
When does early voting start?
It's 2 weeks in August. I think it's 2 weeks before the. I think the voting. I think voting the election day is the 23rd. I don't wanna misquote here, but I think it's the 23rd of August. If it's not, but whatever the day is, that's election day. 2 weeks before is early voting, unless they change it. But it's been 2 weeks before.
Usually. So
And I normally vote in early
early.
voting, yeah, because it's easy. You just jump in and jump out.
Yeah, no long lines.
And I love the process. When you walk in it is so organized that it is a non-issue once you get up there to vote. It's a non-issue, and so I love the process of voting, getting inside there and seeing organized from one seat to the next seat to the pen to everything is just organized really, really, because they know how important it is that everything is done properly. It's important.
Yeah, that's important. Paula said, yes, I agree with you, with Michelle. Yeah, that's the only comment. Let me look if anything on YouTube. Oh, we're running out of time. Oh my, time goes by so quickly when you're having fun. I'm going over to YouTube to see. It's loading.
I think something is wrong with your thing though.
What?
Your what do you call your computer, because it's not saying the right thing. There's someone sent me this from Base Inc. That's Broward Alliance of Caribbean Educators. They have a spring fling raffle. Raffle.
Yeah, the promos for the show.
No, this is a raffle for educators in Florida. First prize,
Oh,
65-inch TV. Second prize, $500. Third, who wants TV these days? Third prize, air fryer, toaster. Fourth prize, humidifier. Drawing date, June 11th. Contribution, $3 per ticket.
okay, so you're saying I'm missing some comments?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah, I just saw a few.
Yeah.
DM said that's the reason why they arrest so many Black people, as it deprives them from the right to vote.
Yes.
So that's the only one I saw. I read everything else.
Yeah, but you know, there's an argument to say the reason they lock up so many African American men, to reduce the voting population. I don't know what if there's a truth to that, because I can't prove it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's an argument for that says that if you are incarcerated, the likelihood there are more. I know for a fact, because I see the numbers, that there are more Black men in prison than white men. Okay,
Yeah.
the numbers are getting smaller these days. But once upon a time, it was like 60 to 40%. Now it's like 45 to 43%. But it's still black are still higher, and so it's important. I don't think it's 40. I think it's like 30 something. But it's so important for us to have knowledge about these things, so that it impacts how we go out to vote and who we vote for. It's important that we learn who we are voting for, that the person is not corrupt, that the person is someone who cares and understand community, understand the privileges that we have, and the rights that we have, and can enhance them, and can make sure that you get your worth when being out there.
Yeah, that's true. Sharon said that's why 20 out of 28 elected officials in Tallahassee are of one political party, because people don't vote in local elections.
Oh, say that again. 20 out of 28 what?
Elected officials in Tallahassee are of one political party.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Tallahassee not going on good.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and people could see this is why certain policies that impact us directly, we can't really complain, because we're not going out to vote. And then we have people making decisions.
And then there are people who have the ability to be leaders, and they're not stepping up. I love this lady this morning. I love the fact that she's stepping up. But there's so many of us out there who we have the wherewithal to become elected officials, but we don't want to do it because we don't care enough about other people.
I don't think that is fair, though. I just think more likely they can deal with the stress and aggravation that comes with running for office. Because despite being a leader and can do that, they could work in other capacity that impact their community directly.
But we want our people to become. The only way we can impact changes is if we start seeing people who are like us in those legitimate elected capacities. It's the only way that we can be as certain that, hey, someone is out there looking for us. Because I'm telling you, um, I don't remember who I was listening to the other day, and he said that if you went to Jamaica College and you are working in an institution and two people come in to apply for a job. One went to Jamaica College, one went to Orocabessa High School, without even looking at any further qualities, any further abilities. Who you think is going to get the job? Someone come from your institution that you went to, and someone from another institution that you didn't go to. You are likely to give, the opportunity to the person who went to the same school as you do, because it's familiarity, because it's human. And so if we don't have political elected officials that look like us, there's a likelihood that opportunities are going to pass us the same way, because of affinity, because of comfort.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But I hope people, not because they're only familiar, you also research the person to make sure that they're not criminals, okay? And they're actually in there for you.
Yes. Well, it's coming to the end of the show, so I'll let you wrap up.
Yeah, Joy said, greetings from Bermuda. I love voting. It's all right. Yes. Paula said, I don't think so, Leo. Politics is not for everyone. That is true. Well, thank you everyone for joining in. I thought Dr. Diana would log in, but she did have a prior engagement.
We fired her.
She could never be fired. She will have to quit on us, but we'll never fire her. But thank everyone for joining us this morning. Hurricane season, as we talked about this morning, be mindful, prepare yourself, get your flashlight, your canned foods and such, water put aside, protect yourselves. And remember, COVID is still there. The numbers are still rising. So protect yourself, wear your mask, social distance and sanitize, and have a wonderful rest of your week. I remember Tuesday we have, who is coming on, Leo?
Honorable Minister Leslie Campbell, State Minister in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. See you Tuesday. All right, bye-bye now.